Portia Robinson's worst fears for Curtis came true. The General Hospital recap for July 20, 2023, features Curtis and his family learning the damage the bullet really did. In this episode, Curtis was reunited with his family only to learn bad news. Trina and Spencer had a talk about their relationship, while Esmond learned more about her adoptive parents from Heather. Sasha and Cody were both brought to GH after a hallucinating Sasha stabbed Cody. Austin and Ava had a revealing double date with Sunny and Nina. And finally, Christina and Molly talked things out and made up. Portia, Brooke Kerr, Trina, Tatiana Ali, and Marshall, Robert Gossett, were relieved to learn that Curtis was going to be okay. Spencer, Nicholas Alexander Chavez, tried to be as supportive as possible, while Trina and Marshall became Curtis's first visitors. Curtis was happy to see Trina, but confused about who shot him. When Trina left the room, Curtis told Marshall all about seeing his mom and brother in the light that looked like a park. Soon Portia and the doctor arrived to assess how much damage the bullet really did. After an assessment, Curtis realized he could not feel his legs. Alone outside Curtis' room, Spencer told Portia he'd never let his family put Trina in danger again, but she wondered if he could keep that promise. Spencer didn't get a chance to respond because TJ soon came along to check on Curtis. When Trina left Curtis' room, she asked Spencer what he was talking about with her mom, and all he could do was think about how Portia made him feel he was bad for Trina. Spencer and Trina sat down for a talk, and Spencer admitted he felt like he kept letting Trina down. She was taken aback when Spencer asked her if he made her life better or harder. As Trina tried to answer, Avery Kristen Pohl called, but Spencer told her he didn't have time for her. He then took Trina in his arms, and they promised they would be there for one another. Meanwhile, Esme arrived at Pentonville and was surprised when Cyrus, Jeff Kober, approached her in the visiting area. He told her his own transformation made him believe they had something in common, especially since people didn't think they could change. He even explained to her that he is Ace's uncle via Laura, Jenny Francis. Heather, Allie Mills, soon popped up and told Cyrus she was all the family Esme and Ace needed, so he could stop talking right then and there. Heather was thrilled to see Esme, but Esme seemed hesitant. She told her mother she still thought she was vile, but wanted to know why she was abandoned. Heather explained that all the mistakes she had made in her life made her feel she would be better off without her. A resentful Esme didn't buy it, and also stressed that hooking people is not really an act of love, even if she was trying to protect Esme. Esme insisted she was nothing like Heather, because she was nothing like the old Esme she kept hearing about. Esme also may have slipped when she relayed how the old Esme described her adoptive parents. She quickly claimed Spencer filled her in on that, and then defended Spencer when Heather went off on him. Heather also slipped up and mentioned Spencer wouldn't be happy if he ever found out what really happened to her adoptive parents. Austin, Roger Howarth, and Ava, Maura West, met Sunny, Maurice Bernard, and Nineth, Cynthia Watrous, for dinner at the Port Charles Grill. After some small talk, Sunny gave Austin, Roger Howarth, the inquisition about his life, causing Austin to figure out that Sunny doesn't trust him. Sunny also immediately knew that Austin had something to do with Ava's desire for a new nanny for Avery. Of course, Ava denied it and disparaged Pilar in the process. Things soon went from bad to worse when a former patient of Austin's showed up, and was clearly one he saw on the sly at the behest of Mason's, Nathaniel Gray, boss. He asked to speak with Austin privately, which just made Sunny even more suspicious. In the alleyway, Sunny got to witness the patient threaten to break Austin's arm if he didn't pay what Mason owed. Sunny's presence and notoriety saved the day as the man apologized and walked away. However, Sunny now had confirmation that Austin was up to no good. Thinking Cody, Josh Kelly, was Cyrus due to her dangerous combination of meds, Sasha, Sophia Matson, stabbed Cody. Maxie, Kirsten Storms, tried to fix the situation but to no avail. Sasha was hallucinating and sure she had done the right thing. When Sasha realized what she had done, she was horrified while Gladys, Bonnie Burrows, the person responsible for it all, tried to comfort her. Maxie did her best to defend Sasha after she was arrested and explained that she was on antidepressants, so perhaps they caused Sasha to act out. When the cop learned Sasha's backstory, he was a little more sympathetic. While an injured Cody wanted to leave the hospital fast to check on Sasha, she was brought to the hospital in a bad mental state. Sam, Kelly Monaco, was forced to play mediator between Molly, Brooke Ann Smith, and Christina, Kate Monsey. She asked Molly to tell Christina how she's really been feeling and suggested that Christina offer her point of view on why she offered to be a surrogate. They just had to listen to each other this time and not argue. So, they tried to do just that, with Christina admitting that she might not be self-aware, but only wanted to help Molly and TJ Tajbello. As for Molly, she at least apologized for overreacting when she and Christina ran into one another at the hospital. The two sisters attempted to be rational with one another, but Molly was still offended that Christina didn't even ask her if she wanted her to be her surrogate before blurting out the idea. Just as Sam wanted, Christina and Molly made up in the end. She just didn't get to see it because she was called away to check on Cody.